Hello and welcome to a very special edition of On Deck with Avoya, your weekly travel update. How are you? I'm Greene, the Director of Network Expansion, and we're live in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum. We've been here for a couple of days. It's been a really great show so far. It feels so good to be out and about and just seeing our industry friends and talking with our vendors, talking with travel agents, seeing people from the Avoya Travel Network here at the show. It's just been fantastic. This is the third show that we've done here in the last couple of months. And I would say by far, this has certainly been the one that has the highest level of attendance. Everybody loves coming to Las Vegas, right? We're at Caesar's Palace, one of the most iconic properties on the Las Vegas Strip. And let me tell you, if selling travel closer to home is something that you find is really resonating with your client base, wow, this show is definitely something in Las Vegas is something that really should be on your list because the town is hopping. And I saw something just last week before I made my way out to Las Vegas that as far as the fall destinations and going into early 2022, Las Vegas is just about number one on just about everybody's list. And here in just a couple of minutes, we're actually going to have a chance to chat with somebody at the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Scott's going to join us here in just a minute as a very special guest. Let me see if I can't turn this camera around and just give you an idea a little bit about what the show looks like and what we are. And there's Skip Fortier, our Vice President in charge of Network Expansion. He's having a chat with somebody. We're going to make our way over here and talk to Christina, who's with MSC. Of course, MSC is one of our favorite brands, and they're such a great partner. And Christina Falcone is kind enough to give us a couple of minutes to say hi. Christina, how are you? Thanks for being on with Avoya Travel today.
I'm great. It's so exciting to finally be here and seeing so many of our travel partners in person.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about some exciting things that are going on with MSC right now.
Absolutely. So at MSC Cruises, we are so excited that we're finally sailing from the U.S. again. We have 2 ships currently sailing out of Port Canaveral and Miami, and our newest ship, the MSC Seashore, will be joining us in November. So we just opened our brand new private island. All itineraries make a stop at Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, and will feature late night and some overnight stays as well. So lots of exciting things happening in the Bahamas and Caribbean.
That's fantastic. I mean, the timing with your brand new private island, right, was a little bit, unfortunate, I guess. First it was a little bit of weather, and then, of course, we all know the COVID. I know personally, I just can't wait to get a chance to see that, new island. I'm sure I've read the reviews of the people who've had a chance. You guys must be so excited about what that brings to the overall company.
Absolutely. Having our own private island has been a long dream of our family. Mr. Vago, our chairman and CEO, has put so much sweat and tears into having this island. It's a perfect marine reserve, so it has protected waters around it. Yes, we had some trouble getting it off the ground necessarily at the end of 2019, but now with our sailings restarting, it's such a welcoming itinerary and a port of call for us to have all of our guests visit our exclusive private island.
Now, what about those of travelers and agents that might have clients that are looking to travel with you guys, maybe in other parts of the world, like in Europe and things like that? That's also exciting, right?
Very exciting. So MSC Cruises was the first major cruise line to restart in the middle of the pandemic in August of 2020. The MSC Grandiosa has successfully been sailing in the Mediterranean, and with our stringent health and safety protocols, it's led the way for 11 of our ships to restart sailing around the globe. We have ships based in the Mediterranean year-round. We're number 1 in Europe, South America, and the Persian Gulf, with a brand new program of Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea.
I mean, I know personally, and I'm sure every travel agent out there was really rooting for you guys when you first got back out on the water, right? And we're so grateful that you guys really did put as much time and effort and thought into your safety protocols, because I think it gave us all a story to be able to tell, clients and talk about how not only with MSC, but about how this was going to be some things that were going to be industry-wide. So that must make you guys really proud too.
Yes, absolutely. I think that everybody in the cruise industry and the travel industry was rooting for us because of what not only signified us restarting, but a restart of the entire cruise industry. And it has really led the way to our stringent health and safety protocols and having every other cruise line restart and really getting back to business, which we love so much.
One last question before we let you get back to the trade show here, Christina. Tell me a little bit about MSC's commitment to the travel agent community. I mean, why is your brand something that should be top of mind for a travel agent and their clients?
Absolutely. So we have an exciting program, our MSC True Partnerships. We're very committed to our travel agent community. We have sales reps that you can always reach out to, but we also have incredible opportunities for you to get on board with us. We have a great Get On Board agent dedicated website where you can get on board for as little as $149 per person within a balcony for free drinks and free Wi-Fi. And then once you sell 10 cabins, we give that money back to you. So it's a great way to sail with MSC and then sell MSC.
Fantastic. And of course, at Avoya Travel, we're very excited and proud to have a great, continuing partnership with your brand.
We love our partnership with our Avoya Travel partners. So thank you so much, and we look forward to welcoming you on board really soon.
Christina Falcone, thank you so much for your time and have a great show. Good seeing you here. All right, so let's see. We'll flip this back around here for just a second. Oh, technology is so much fun, isn't it? Oh, I guess I didn't get that flipped around. Hey, sorry for the fingers in the shot, everybody. Hey, there I am. So we're going to continue. We're at the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum here in Las Vegas, and we're making our way over here to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority to have a quick conversation. They're just in the middle of talking to a few people, so we'll just chat with you here for just a second. I would say there's probably about 150, 200 various vendors that represent not only all of the cruise lines and some of the river cruise companies, but great destinations like Las Vegas. We've got the Florida Visitors and Convention Authority here, some of the new resorts. We had a chance while I'm waiting for our friends in Las Vegas. We'll talk about Las Vegas for a second. But the other night, as part of the Las Vegas Travel Agent Forum, they hosted us downtown at Circa Las Vegas. And let me tell you, personally, I'm not always impressed with New Vegas, right? I mean, I'm an old Vegas kind of person. I'm not going to lie. But they took us downtown, and what we saw at not only their sports book, but also at their the pool that they have, just unbelievable. It really is trend setting. So very exciting things happening in Las Vegas. And that Circa property is the first new build downtown in like 30 years. So, all right, we're going to switch over, and we're really excited that our friend Scott from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is here to have a quick chat with us. First off, Scott, thank you so much for your time. So many exciting things happening in Las Vegas right now, right?
Oh, absolutely. Las Vegas is open. We're welcoming back guests in the handfuls. We have great lift from everywhere all over the country. It's easy to get back home. There's no testing requirements. There just is an indoor mask requirement, except when you're presenting. We're open, available. We have a lot of new things, sports. We have a new stadium open this past year. We have 3 new resorts here in Las Vegas, one being downtown called Circa Las Vegas. First brand new build hotel, resort, casino on Fremont Street, takes up the entire city block. So that is open and welcoming guests 21 and over at this time. We had Virgin Hotels join us off the strip at the former Hard Rock Hotel. They completely reimagined that property and opened up all their restaurants, their day club, the outdoor spaces that they have there. 3 gorgeous new towers, including all-suite Greene Tower. And then Resorts World on the Las Vegas Strip is a mega resort that opened with 3,500 guest rooms. 3 different Hilton brands, Hilton Hotels and Resorts, the largest Conrad in the Hilton family at 1,500 rooms, and then Crockford's, which is LXR Hilton's luxury independent brand. So Crockford's is that ultra luxury, a little more intimate feel and exclusive experience at Resorts World. So 3 different hotel brands in one with shared casino amenities. You have a fancy pool deck and the first infinity pool on the Las Vegas Strip as part of the Crockford's collection.
And I think the great thing about the Resorts World is that it sits on such an iconic piece of land for those who understand the Las Vegas history, right? I mean, it was the original home of the Stardust Hotel and Casino, which was one of the original properties going back to Las Vegas. And I know as somebody who loves coming to Vegas and is here every year, normally a couple times, it was just great to finally see that property coming back to life. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. They're kind of just a resurgence of new things happening on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip altogether. So we had the expansion of the Las Vegas Convention Center that now butts up to Las Vegas Boulevard, right across from Resorts World and the former Stardust is located. And then we have some new projects with Drew, Fountain Brew. Sahara has renovated their property. That's the former SLS at one point, which again was Sahara even before that. But it's a completely brand new reimagined property. The Strat, which is the former Stratosphere, also did a complete overhaul of their public spaces and the guest rooms, and is located at the north end of the Strip.
And then one final question before we let you go, Scott. We at Avoya Travel, we've had a lot of focus, through COVID about the concept of traveling closer to home, where it's easier to get to, the requirements are a little bit less stringent as far as being able to have that full-on travel experience. Why do you think that travel agents and the travel agent community at large should have Las Vegas on their radar as a destination they should be sending clients?
Las Vegas is a destination where nearly anything is possible. We are open. We've proven that we've been open since June of last year, so June of 2020. So welcoming back guests. So it's easy to get to. Again, there's no testing requirements. It's very easy and accessible. You don't have to worry as much as traveling overseas, and we haven't changed our policies really. We do need to wear a mask inside at this time. As things change, we will notify you, and we certainly do appreciate the Avoya network for supporting us during this time. So yes, looking to land and seeing the comparisons of what Las Vegas has to offer besides compared to any other destination, and very similarly cruises. We like to say that Las Vegas is kind of essentially a large cruise. Each of our resorts are a large cruise ship just on land, and you can go to multiple different areas throughout our national state parks nearby, the Grand Canyon, whatever it may be. We have an adventure waiting for you, and again, we are open and available. I can't wait to have you back.
And it's just something about seeing that iconic sign that you're standing in front of. I think that really touches a lot of us, right? I mean, it's been part of that Las Vegas landscape for so many years, and it does feel good to be back. I will say that getting off the plane here in Las Vegas for this trip was probably that number one moment where I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm heading back towards real life. And I'm sure if as a travel professional, I feel that, the traveling public and the travel agent community at large probably feels that as well.
Well, we certainly hope that they do. It's a welcoming message. It's a welcoming feeling from the time you land in McCarran Airport. Have the iconic sign there as well. So you see it and just you can go and visit the sign, take some great photographs. So just share your Las Vegas memories and trips. Get other people excited and invigorated about coming to visit Las Vegas because we have so much to offer here. So we are open and available, and there is opportunity to be had here.
Awesome. Scott, thank you again. We appreciate your time so much. Scott joining us from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. We certainly appreciate that and being here. The funny thing is, right, and this is true, you can look this up, like only 10, 12 years ago in Las Vegas, they wouldn't even allow Las Vegas to advertise during the NFL football games because the thought of professional sports and Las Vegas and the gambling connection was just something that they wanted to steer away from. And now, if you watch any kind of sports on television, boy, you can't go a whole commercial break without them talking about a partnership they have with this gambling opportunity or that. So now Las Vegas has grown up so much in the last 10 to 12 years. I mean, with the Las Vegas Raiders now, the Raiders having relocated from Oakland, they have the Las Vegas Golden Knights, a very, very successful NHL team. So Las Vegas has really become a real world-class city. It was always a world-class destination, but in and of itself, it's becoming a little bit of a world-class city. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about nuts and bolts, and hopefully Marissa Smith is able to follow me on this. And she does such an amazing job of producing our segment. And again, if some of the audio from our previous two guests was a little bit low, I do apologize about that. As you can imagine, being here on a trade show floor, it's hard to nail that audio 100%. So let's talk about if you're new to the industry and you want to be part of something exciting like the Travel Agent Forum that we're at here in Las Vegas or some of these other fantastic industry events. There's so many things that you can do, okay? If you're new to the travel industry, put in that request at our website. Look for the contact information that we'll have here available in just a couple of minutes. And again, they're going to be more than happy when you put in that request. I'll have one of our specialists reach out to you, have that conversation, but you can explore with complete flexibility because we have an amazing program, an amazing partnership with our friends at CLIA for that initial travel agent training, get you from the ground floor to that first rung on the ladder, and then things like our mastermind program and our brand sales specialists, our amazing team at Avoya University, all the best-in-class resources that Avoya Travel brings to the table. If you're engaged and you're serious about this opportunity, we certainly have the resources that can match that level of seriousness. And we have an amazing story to tell. And we have so many people that have started off as new to the industry and then within just a couple of years are just selling like you wouldn't even believe. I mean, literally agents that went from nothing to doing over $1 million in their first year. So if being part of the travel industry has always been a dream of yours, please put in that request. And again, we're more than happy to facilitate and see if that's going to be a good fit for you. What about our friends that are, have been in the industry for a little while, right? And what kind of promotions do we have for you? Still too active. Yes. So again, for our high-end agents, and we always say those are kind of agents that probably pre-COVID were doing at least $500,000 in gross sales or more. Been hearing the phone ring, maybe having a pretty good year this year, but maybe you just feel like, I know there's a golden period of leisure travel coming up, and I'm not sure the partnership that I have with my current partner is going to be able to help me accomplish my goals at the level that I want to accomplish them. Well, then reach out. For you, once we get you qualified, we get you with a specialist. If you meet our qualifications, we'll be able to waive our initial affiliation fee. And for those agents, again, trying to get to that level, and there's no shame in that. We all start somewhere, and we're always trying to build. We have the resources that can help you do that. We have a promotion for you as well, where we'll waive that initial renewal fee. So you pay the initial fee to join Avoya. If at the end of the initial agreement, which is 6 months long, both partners want to continue, then we'll waive that renewal fee. Again, you can explore with complete flexibility, and reach out, get yourself qualified, and we'll be more than happy to have that conversation with you and see if maybe you're a good fit for a shared success relationship with Avoya Travel, because that's what we're known for. I might be getting things out of order. I'm doing this a little bit on the fly, but we are so excited that in 2 weeks from today, yes, 2 weeks from today, our co-president, Jeff Anderson, is going to be joining us on Deck with Avoya. He's going to be the creme of the creme, the top of the top as far as our meet the team interviews that we've had. And we're so excited and we're so grateful that Jeff would just find the few minutes in his very, very busy schedule. As you can imagine, being the co-president of a company like Avoya Travel, the relationships that we have in place. So Jeff's going to be joining us for kind of a end of the third quarter kind of review and a look forward into the future of leisure travel. And I can't wait, again, for Jeff Anderson, Avoya Travel's co-president, to be joining us. That's not next Thursday on Deck. We're actually going to be off next week, but in 2 weeks, so 2 weeks from tomorrow at our normal time, Jeff Anderson's going to be joining us as a very special On Deck with Avoya special guest. So please make sure you mark that on your calendar. We would love to have you, view and be part of that special event. How do you reach out to us, you might say? Well, there's so many ways to do that. It's pretty simple. My email address doesn't really change. It's Chris. Actually, it never changes. It's chris.greene@avoyatravel.com. You can always send me that email. You can always go on our website, right, at avoyanetwork.com. That's probably the easiest way to get a wealth of information, get your contact information to us, an email, a phone number. Again, we'll get a network expansion specialist involved. They'll reach out to you, have the conversation, and maybe in the very near future, you'll be part of Avoya Travel's travel network, the #1 host agency in the industry, Avoya Travel, for 6 consecutive years. We're very proud of that. It doesn't happen by accident, and we would love to hear your story and tell you our story. So please reach out. Again, we're going to be off next Thursday, but in 2 weeks, again, that special edition with Jeff Anderson. A big thank you to Scott from the Las Vegas, Visitors and Convention Authority. A big thank you to Christina from MSC Cruises for taking time during the trade show to be my special guest. Thank you, of course, for your loyalty and for watching this week. Thank you to Marissa Smith, our producer, who does a wonderful job. I appreciate your time. And until we talk in 2 weeks, friends, have a fantastic day.